Alright folks, welcome to episode 5 of CRT Secrets, Key Levels. Make sure to have the bell icon clicked beside the subscribe button so you don't miss any upcoming lecture. If you like the video or you don't, I don't care. Just make sure to have the bell icon and the subscribe button clicked in order to never miss a lecture. Alright, now every week on Twitter, and I will call it Twitter till it no longer exists, every week on Twitter /X, I post a what do you see post. I've become somewhat famous for the what do you see post every week, and your esteemed and beloved trading influencers have, to no surprise, copied me that as well. Right, so suddenly now everyone's saying what do you see. But the what do you see post has a purpose beyond engagement farming. It's me training your eyes to see charts in a certain way. And I don't show the asset class on purpose because all the charts and asset classes, whether it's futures, whether it's Forex, whether it's crypto or whatever, gold, they all print the same exact way. Right, there are some discrepancies on the low time frame and the timings, but even that is very similar. Right? If you don't participate in the what do you see posts every week, then you're missing out. Right? It is me. It's the best thing I can give you after your own live analysis and forecasts and after my lectures. Right? So if you don't participate already, then make sure to participate and interact with the what do you see posts moving forward. Now, a preface to the lecture is, excuse me, trading is a career. Trading is a career. Trading is a profession. Right? And it is meant to be treated that way. You can't expect to watch a 10-minute video and then make millions in trading. That's absurd. And it's as absurd as walking into dental school or medical college and saying, you know what, teach me to be a doctor or dentist in a week. That's not how this works. All right? Give yourself at least 1 year from the moment you discover the correct strategy, which is CRT and turtle soup, right? Nothing else. And I don't care who tells you what. There is no system, and remember the $1 million bounty? There is no system better than CRT and turtle soup. Whoever can prove that there is, I will personally wire him $1 million, US dollars, not rupees, in cash or bank transfer. It's never going to happen, right? Now, give yourself 1 year from the time you discover me in order to start making consistent returns month after month, year after year. Obviously, I'm supposed to publicly say it's not financial advice, right? But that's a general expectation of how long it takes for someone to make money in this game. And if you don't believe me, or if you try and make it earlier, then the market will force you to follow the 1 year rule in its own way. You'll stay in this game for 5, 6, 7, 10 years, and then eventually you'll go back, and on year 11, you'll have to follow the 1 year rule, and then you'll make it, right? So you either follow the 1 year rule by force, or you follow it by your own will. And I hope, for your sake, you are watching this video right now with a notepad in hand and a pen in your hand. Right? If you come to me asking to learn how to trade, I'll always say at least 1 year. And 1 year is a great, it's nothing. Because what you're asking for in return, you're asking to make millions of dollars. Right? That's the end goal of every trader. And there is something to be said about goals and trading, but that's a topic for later. But I'll always say, follow the 1 year rule. Be in the markets with the correct strategy, CRT and turtle soup, taught by me only, not by the esteemed and beloved teenage mentors on Twitter. Right, so give yourself 1 year and then expect to see results, not financial advice, obviously. Excuse me. Now, CRT is enhanced by a proper knowledge of key levels in price action. Right, these can be levels of time or levels of price. The most important questions when it comes to price key levels are how to mark the key level correctly. the types of key levels and the types of reactions at different key levels. Third of all, the types of reactions at key levels in general. Fourth of all, what time will the key level hit? And understanding how price will act on the key level on the lower time frame, very important. And key level trade opportunities. I won't be hitting all of these questions, obviously.
This game, you're not ready for it.
It's too much, but we'll discuss key level trading opportunities in this lecture. Excuse me. Now, if you mark the key level over here, and marking key levels is a skill by itself. It's a three-phase, three-stage skill. Stage one is you will puck up basically on every single key level you draw. Right, so you'll draw it here, and it's here, for example. You'll draw a key level over here, and price will push beyond it and then dump, or you'll be completely wrong. Right, switch the bias. Excuse me. And then eventually, you will advance to stage two. Right, stage one is not being able to mark the key level correctly. Stage two is eventually getting the key level right, or somewhat right. Right, so you're able to determine with considerable accuracy the correct key levels which reverse price. And a key level, by the way, the definition of a key level in price is, and write this down, a physical notepad in hand, right, is a price point at which you expect price to give you a bounce. The bounce can either be counter trend, or it can be the actual low or high of the candle, right? So stage one is you're unable to correctly identify key levels. You're still learning. Stage two is eventually getting them right, or somewhat right, but you still are unable to trade them. And stage three is being comfortable both marking the key level and then being able to trade the key level, because you have become familiar with the way price acts at key levels, right? And one of the key things you have to understand about key levels is the key levels are on the they're usually a higher time frame key level, right? And we're trying to familiarize ourselves with what the lower time frame price action looks at a higher time frame key level, and that's how you master entry models, right? Now this is a trade I actually took, and I feel the need to mention this always, because there's a lot of traders. There's an influx of teenage quote-unquote mentors, many of which, in my opinion, should not be mentoring at all. And they're very excited to teach, but they never trade what they teach because they can't trade. They don't trade. They don't make a single dollar trading. Right, and this applies to 99.9% of what you see on social media. Right, this is a trade I actually took, not on Bitcoin, but on Ethereum. Right, and the concept was the same, because when you trade Bitcoin, you have to watch Ethereum, and vice versa. Right, for SMT. Excuse me. Now, we'll hit two questions about key levels in this lecture. Number one is, how will price act on the lower time frame at the higher time frame key level? And number two is key level trade opportunities, right? And I'm purposely not writing it down so you can. Right, so if you've been watching this video so far with nothing, then go back, start all over again, and watch with a pen and pad in hand, right? Pen and pen. That would be useless. Excuse me. Now, when you mark the key level, then usually what happens is they're going to, and when I say they, I mean the market maker, they're going to print you bullish CRTs on the way down. Right, so someone tried to buy this one and this one, right? Looks familiar? Nope. And this one. And this is the death of CRT pattern traders. CRT pattern traders will die on the way down to the bullish key level. Right, so it gets wrecked here, here, here. By the time we reach the key level, he no longer has an account, and then price reverses. Right? Right, so what usually happens is they're going to form bearish patterns all the way down, and then they're going to form a very convincing looking pattern, bottoming pattern, right below, right before the key level. All right, so let's draw an illustration of that. Here's a key level. You're bullish. All right, you're in stage 2 right now, where you can market, but not trade it. What happens is they will form a very convincing pattern right before the key level, and perhaps they'll even give you a market structure shift. And then they will dump into the key level. And that is, yes, that is the kiss of death turtle soup. Right? And then they will fly higher with a true market structure shift coming from a key level and the correct time. And this move is usually what messes up everyone. Right? Trying to be long before it's time to be long. Or vice versa. Right? And that is what you saw right here. CRT, and you can see this answer in the what do you see I posted. They create this fake low before the actual low, and then they expand and explode higher. Right? I say rightly, you can answer me, but it's a habit, which I won't stop. All right? Now, that's number 1, which is what price looks like at a key level on the lower time frame. Right? They give you a fake bottom always, and there's no exception. Go back in time and try and prove me wrong. They create a fake bottom, usually a fake market structure shift, which is a kiss of death turtle soup. And then they dump lower and then higher. Right?
¿Quieres un trabajo gratificante, a distancia y bien pagado? Consíguelo con Triple 10.
That's one aspect. The other aspect is key level trade opportunities. Whichever key level you mark, right? Let's say you're bullish, you mark the key level. It dumps down, and then it goes up in a V shape, for example. You can either trade, opening time, closing time, you can either trade the journey down to the key level, or you can trade the journey from the key level. You can either trade the sells all the way down here, or you can trade this. And I trade both, because I can. Right, so these are perfectly fine, actually quite fast sells, all the way down to the key level, and then you trade from the key level itself. Right, and to see my entry, go to Telegram and Twitter /X. And I hate saying X, but it is what it is. And then you have a true market structure shift. You have a low, a high, lower low, and then they blast through the high that broke the low. And that is a true market structure shift. With an OTE right there. And an S&T, by the way. All right, so for those asking why did this CRT fail, the answer is in Ethereum. Right? Key level produces the real market structure shift, and there you go. And that marks the end of this video. I hope you found that insightful. I wish you good luck, good trading, and see you in episode 6.